Now me traveling out the country in the middle of a whole pandemic to get surgery.
Wait a damn minute. What?
What's up, y'all? It's Naomi Nicole. I went and got weight loss surgery. My physical and my mental health was one of my biggest reasons for considering VSG. My physical and my mental health was just non-existent. It wasn't here. It was just declining at a fast rate. I knew something was wrong with my body because I was trying so much. I was trying different diets. I was trying different workouts. I was trying different programs. I've done keto. I've done intermediate fasting. I've done fasted cardio. I've done just weightlifting. I'm telling you, I have done everything and my body was not changing. So I became so discouraged. And it just got to this point to where I was like, why keep making these changes and why keep sacrificing so much and my body is not changing at all? And because my body was not changing, I became so disgusted with my body. I didn't like the skin that I was in. I would make plans with people just to cancel on them because I hated to leave the house. On top of that, the gyms got closed. It just was bad. Once I realized that it was out of my control because I was doing everything that I knew to do, I was researching so much about different diets and things, and I was following them, and I just knew that something was not right. So I scheduled an appointment with my doctor, and he ran a whole bunch of tests and did a lot of lab work and things. And he actually tracked my diet and my working out. So it wasn't a quick process. My doctor was aware that I was working out and I was doing these things, but nothing was changing. After doing all those tests, he basically told me that my body had a really bad hormone imbalance. So he was just saying that my body was storing fat instead of burning it. So even if I wanted to work out, even if I wanted to go on a diet, nothing just was working for me. I gained so much weight and my doctor noticed it. And then it got to a point to where he basically recommended VSG. And he said that it actually was going to really help because of my hormone imbalance and that I wouldn't be able to even realize myself within a year's worth of time. So he thinks that I would really benefit off of the surgery. So I started to research this procedure religiously. I really considered it for a while until I took the initiative to go and get the surgery. The surgery that I got was VSG, which is also known as gastric sleeve. My surgery date was January 1st, 2021. Basically, VSG is where your surgeon will remove 70 to 80% of your stomach, which basically means that your portions become really small. You won't be able to eat as much as you used to be able to eat. With this, my relationship with food has completely changed. It's just completely changed. I don't find comfort in food the way that I used to find comfort in food. And for me, it's I'll crave something, but if I don't get it, that's okay. I won't die. Before I used to crave things and I used to be like, oh my God, I can't sleep without it. I just keep thinking about it. I just want it. I just want it so bad. But now it's if I don't have it, it's okay. I can go without it. Okay, I'll crave it, but if I watch a show or something like that, the craving will go away. Plus, I had my surgery in January and it's June, so for me, I'm still learning as I go. What I had to do in order to have VSG was go on a 1-week liquid diet. Let me put y'all hip. Let me save y'all some money. My surgeon sent me a whole list of things I was allowed to have on this liquid diet. So I went out and I bought all of these things for this liquid diet I was supposed to be on, and I ended up not liking any of it. I did not like any of the food I was allowed to have. But because I was so determined to make a huge lifestyle change, and because I wanted this so bad, I did not cheat on that liquid diet at all because I wanted it that bad. But because I didn't like what I was able to have, I only drank water for a week. I do not recommend that. I drank water for a week because I didn't want to mess anything up and I didn't want to mess up my chances of being allowed to have surgery. So that's basically what ended up happening with me personally. I had my surgery in Tijuana and I drove from Dallas, Texas to San Diego, and then I was picked up at the border and then brought to the clinic. And for the little glimpse of Tijuana that I got to see, it was so beautiful. It was so lively. So obviously I didn't really get to experience it that much because I was having surgery done, but I most definitely want to go back and like really be able to experience Tijuana because it looked fun and it just looked lit and it smelled good. At least where I was at, it smelled so good. Like you could just tell, you know, they wasn't there cooking it up, saucing it up, whatever. It smelled so good. I was getting surgery, so I didn't really get to enjoy it, but I most definitely want to go back. Plus, it was my first time out of the country, so.
Period, sir. Ooh.
Getting VSG was my first surgery ever. Getting VSG was my first surgery ever. Like, I've never had surgery before, so I was super nervous about, I was just nervous about the whole process, but I was still confident in my decision. I did not tell anybody I was getting VSG. Not because I was embarrassed in my decision or anything, more so because I was in such a positive state of mind. Like, I was so sure that this is what I wanted. I was so protective over the peace that I had over this decision. And because of that, I didn't want to tell people and allow negativity to affect my process and my journey. So I didn't tell anybody because I was super protective over the peace that I had with my decision, and I only wanted good vibes, period. The facility that I had my surgery at in Tijuana, it was so clean. The people were so nice. I was so nervous going into surgery, but the way that they made me feel, I felt like I was their daughter. I felt so cared for. They made sure that I had everything that I needed. I never was sitting around and waiting for help. Are you okay? Do you need water? Are you good? Are you cold? Do you need anything? You're already nervous because of the surgery, but the way that they just treated you and accommodated you, which the room was really nice. There was 2 beds there. It was really clean. It was really simple. Also, do not overpack. You don't have to overpack. Honestly, I stayed in that gown, really only used my charger, my phone, a lot. Honestly, I was sleeping a lot. Which is crazy because if I'm in pain, I cannot sleep. But I was knocked out. The experience was really good because I've seen some horror stories, so I feel like I have to be grateful for how my whole process went. The only cons I would say, the only bad things I would say about this surgery is that my gas pains hurt. They were so bad. My gas pains were so bad. My first 2 days after surgery, I regretted my decision because that's how much pain I was in. I was like, what did I do? What did I get myself into? Why would I do this? I was in so much pain, but after the first 2 days, it starts to get a lot more easier, and then you just learn how to cope with it, and then eventually they go away. My second con throughout my experience was that right after surgery, the first 24 hours after surgery, I was throwing up blood. Was not prepared. Never knew that throwing up blood was a possibility. I did so much research and never have I ever seen anybody talk about throwing up blood. What? I was so scared. I thought it was my time. I thought God was calling me home. I was like, well, this is it. Right here in Mexico, this is where I'm going to take my last breath. I was so scared, but the nurse told me that it was normal. She was like, calm down, it's fine. By tomorrow morning, you're not going to be throwing up anymore. It's okay. I was so scared because it was clotted. It was scary. That and the gas pains, never again. It was so bad. But other than that, I had a very, very good experience. I want to be cliche and be if I had to do it over again, I would. If I had to go back and do it all over again, I would. But girl, for what? I already did it. I already served my time. I had a good experience. That's it. Next chapter. Quotes go by per patient. Quotes are different. So I'm going to share my personal quote, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be a reflection of whatever you get quoted. But personally, my procedure cost $4,900 plus a $500 deposit to secure my surgery date. Overall, without traveling there, procedure, traveling back, I did not go over $6,000. But I drove from Dallas to San Diego, and then I drove back from San Diego to Dallas, Texas. So even with me driving, I still did not go over $6,000. Within the $4,900 fee, all the pre-op tests, it's 2 or 3 nights in the hospital and then a 1-night stay at a hotel, and then post-op medications, all of that is included And the biggest thing about this quote that made me choose Dr. Jalil is that you were allowed one companion with no additional charge. The $4,900 included one companion. I reached out to a lot of surgeons about VSG, and this was the first quote that I've seen where your one companion was free of charge. So that was really big for me. For stay, no additional charge for transportation. One companion was included, so the hotel was so nice. Like, it was just so clean. Like, I remember I was on a lot of medication, like pain relievers and stuff. So I was like tired and droggy a lot of the trip. I remember the hotel being super nice and it was clean. And I remember really liking the bathroom. The bathroom was like, I was like, oh, okay, we doing it big out here. Overall, I did not go over $6,000. Period. I had my surgery in January and we're in June right now. So as far as like differences or what's changed, I don't feel like it's a big change. I mean, obviously weight, but like, I feel like the biggest thing for me is taste buds. I don't crave the things that I used to crave before surgery, or the things that I did love before surgery, I no longer like or love post-surgery. So I used to love sugar, like anything sugar, like I had a sweet tooth, but now post-surgery, I'm so sensitive to sweets. The stuff that I used to eat and drink before surgery now just tastes like spoons of sugar to me. I don't know, no other way to explain it. It tastes like straight sugar to me. That, and I do not like bread. I don't like bread products at all. Like, it's just an inconvenience. So those are like my two biggest things that have changed for me. Like bread, no, and sugar, like those are the two biggest things. But other than that, I feel like life is just life. Life goes on. Nothing else has really changed. It sounds so cliche, but time low-key really does be flying by. I can't believe I'm 5 months post-op.
Period, sir.
Okay. So if you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys want to follow the rest of my journey, then please subscribe to my channel so I can share my journey with you guys. Comment any questions that you have below. I will respond. I will respond to any questions that you have below. Follow me on all my socials, my Instagram, my TikTok, my Snapchat if you really want to become friends. And most definitely make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I want to be dropping quality, informative, funny, relatable videos for you guys. So make sure that you subscribe and stick around so I can always update more content for you guys. That's all I'm gonna say.